Howdy, howdy. It's time once again to take a look at some arena cutoff results in Marvel Contest of Champions, and then take a look at some past round 2 results to get an idea of what we might expect this time around. So this time we're taking a look at the copper and bronze choose your own champ selector arenas, as well as the 4-star basic Annihilus arena. So we'll take a first look at the results for round 1. You can see, and these are self-reported results, as I always like to kind of point out, because Kabam never officially releases the results. And these results are for the veterans bracket, meaning you have an account that's been open for over 61 days. You can see that the 5-star feature copper and bronze champ selector came in at 35 million, and then roughly 35 million. The 4-star feature champ selector came in at 5.9 million, and lastly Annihilus came in at a pretty low 1.73, especially for a first-time champ coming through the 4-star basic arena. So anyway, let's take a look at these results, self-reported results compared to my predictions. So when it came to the 5-star feature, I thought we were going to be a little bit higher just because there were some decent champs in there still, kind of matching what we saw for the initial era arenas, but that wasn't the case. And then also for Annihilus, like I already indicated, I thought he'd be a little bit higher, given that he was a first-time champ in, but there wasn't a lot of hype for folks to want to go after and get him. He's a decent defender. He can be a little tricky to play with the unstoppable, etc. But yeah, I mean, obviously the community doesn't feel the same way. And then with the 4-star feature, this one was right on track. That 5.9 to my 6.2, that's definitely within the 5 to 10% range. That's what I always try to get with my cutoffs, within 5 to 10%. So you can see here, 1 out of 3 isn't so good, so we'll try to do better next time. But anyway, let's start taking a look at some past round 2 results to get an idea of what we might expect this time. Starting first with the 5-star feature, you can see in most instances round 2 is higher when dealing with a champ, an arena cutoff in this kind of zone, in that 30 million zone. So there's no reason to believe that will change this time around. Then with the 4-star feature, it's a little up and a little down. So sometimes it goes up and sometimes it goes down. I think more often we see it going up, but taking a look at what the last era crystal did, it actually went down in round 2. And since there are some examples of this happening here, and again, it's usually when you get to that 6 million mark, because everything kind of averages out in the mid 5.5 million range kind of thing. And since we're already above that, we can probably see that number coming down a little bit, but not too significantly. And then with the 4-star basic, for the most part, you'll see either a similar number or a slight decrease for these type of champs. But given he was so low, these numbers don't necessarily apply. We might see a slight increase. And then with the 3-star feature, you can see round 2 is typically smaller from round 1 when we've got these type of champs. Or sorry, take that, reverse it. Round 2 is a little bit higher, but again, we're dealing with very similar numbers here for the 3-star feature arena. So I mean, they're pretty much the same. Just the graph looks a little bit off, just because the differences and all the different data points are so close. Just the way the graph is made there. So just kind of keep that in mind. So considering all these past trend results, here are my thoughts for round 2 of the bronze and copper era arenas, both the 4-star and 5-star feature, as well as the Annihilus arena. I guess also the 3-star feature arenas in there too. But anyway, I think we're looking at 39 million, and again, these round 2 predictions are for the veterans bracket. So I think we're looking at 39 million, that slight increase between round 1 and round 2 for the 5-star feature. For the 4-star feature, I think we're basically in the same ballpark, so looking right around 5.7 million. And then lastly for Annihilus, again, because round was so small, I think we're going to see a slight increase, but nothing too tremendous, coming in at 2 million. And then lastly, the 3-star feature, I think we're looking at 670,000 over that last milestone, but not much further than that. So when it comes to my predictions, again, this is not an exact science game. I'm trying to get within, roughly 5 to 10%. So I always like to give folks a grind target to give yourself a little bit more buffer, get you kind of safer in terms of getting above that cutoff. But nothing's guaranteed here, so kind of keep that in mind. But 41 million, I think, is a good number to target for the 5-star feature arena. I think 6.1 million is good for the 4-star feature. Kind of give you that extra buffer there. 2.2 million for the Annihilus arena, and 700,000 for the 3-star feature. Now these grind targets as well as predictions are for the veterans bracket. When it comes to the earlier brackets, these are pretty much a crapshoot just because there's just not a lot of folks who self-report the numbers, and Kabam's never releasing what these actual numbers are. So kind of keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, all of these are lower than that last milestone that you can go for when you're grinding these arenas. So always go for that because it's going to help your progressing roster. But anyway, with the beginners bracket, the 3-star feature, I think we're looking at 225,000. For the 4-star basic, I think we're looking at 800,000. For the 4-star feature, we're looking at 1.2 million. Now for the intermediate bracket, and this is from 31 to 60 days, the 3-star feature, you're looking at 525,000. The 4-star basic, 1.1 million, and the 4-star feature, 1.4 million. So anyway, well, that kind of sounded weird coming out. The 4-star basic, 1.1 million. I think I said 1.4, but anyway, the 4-star feature, 1.4 million. So anyway, these are my thoughts for round 2 of the bronze and copper era arenas, as well as the Annihilus arena. Would love to hear your opinion, especially if it's different than mine. Throw it on down in the comment section, and I will take a look at those. Plus, any questions you may have, throw them down there as well, and I'll try to get to them sooner than later. Other than that, if you found this information helpful, we'd really appreciate it if you click that thumbs up button, as it really helps out the channel. And then if you like this and other videos I have on the channel and haven't yet subscribed, really appreciate it if you did. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.